Hi, this is Ashley Williams for Seaman High School News for Thursday, May 2nd, 2002. We have a very exciting show for you this week. We start off by going to Scott Wells and Andrea Phipps for a look at Elmont Elementary School.
Hey, this is Andrea Phipps.
And Scott Wells.
And we're here at Elmont Elementary.
Let's take a look.
Let's walk into the fabulous Elmont Elementary.
Elmont has a magical playground that comes equipped with slipper slides and monkey bars and even a swing set.
Elmont is so good right now at this stage of Elmont's lifetime because the staff is excellent. The teachers in this building work as a total team.
They take turns being volunteers on certain stretches each day.
And they have an awesome library that comes equipped with books and a big Arthur doll.
With a library pit.
Elmont students also get involved with what's going around the world.
There's a lot of things you can get out of Elmont, like fun activities and chili dogs.
They all really care about students and their achievement and their behavior and their future. So that's the thing that makes this school so good. That's the thing that makes Elmont the best school in the district, maybe the best school in Shawnee County.
Thanks, guys. Elmont looks like a great place to learn. Do you know graduation is only 2 weeks away? This will be a day you'll never want to forget. So let's go to Andrea Phipps to see how you can get your graduation video.
Hey, Erica. Hey, look what I just got. I can't wait for my mom to take a picture of me in it walking across the stage on graduation day.
Duh, your mom's not even going to be able to see you. She'll be so far away in the stands.
Wouldn't you like to remember all these beautiful faces after graduation? Yeah. How about pulling out a high school video of your actual graduation and reminiscing of all the good times?
Yeah.
Well, this year's grad video is available to you for the extremely low price of $15.
No way.
And the tape will be provided. If you'd like to purchase a grad video and keep those special memories alive, go to the front office and let Miss Howard know.
Wow, Andrea, that sounds like a great deal. Well, we've already seen one school in the district. Let's go to Rebecca Mueller for a look at Lyman Elementary.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Mueller here with this week's School of the Week, and let's take a look at Lyman Elementary School. Lyman Elementary School is located on Kansas Avenue and Lyman Road, with approximately 155 students, kindergarten to 6th grade. Lyman is a small school with many opportunities. 8 full-time teachers and around 20 part-time people make up the caring staff. One thing that Lyman has that no other school in the district has is their Title I program. Let's go to Kyle Hicks with more.
We have, of course, just general education. We also are a Title I school, so we offer help in reading. Because we're a Title I school, we also serve breakfast. We have the ED program for the primary students, kindergarten through 3rd grade, here in this building. We offer lots of extras for young children in the Inspire program, animated alphabet. This year we've been fortunate to have a gentleman read with a kind of a golden reading program, reading with 2nd grade students. We're involved with the DARE program, Junior Achievement.
This past year has been an unforgettable year for those at Lyman. The school year had a difficult beginning as they lost a kindergarten girl to a house fire. But with parental and staff support, they were able to move forward. Also, a longtime teacher appeared on the front page of the Northern Life. Lyman Principal Kyle Hicks talks about her staff.
The staff here is absolutely awesome. I wrote a letter last year during staff appreciation, which other places might call teacher appreciation, because we recognize our whole staff. It was published in the Topeka Capital Journal because there is absolutely no way for me to properly thank the people in this building for the job they do. They do above and beyond kinds of things. They put in extra hours. They care about everybody. This staff knows every student's name. They know about their families. They just know what and will do whatever it takes to make something work. This is a wonderful staff.
Students are very excited about their school and the many fun activities that are always going on.
My teacher will talk about something and we'll do that when we get to the 6th grade room. And when we're doing it, when we're all done, we have to bring books down there in case if we're done, we'll read. We'll read with our book buddy. In music, we played instruments, boom whackers and xylophones, and then in PE, we played beanbag.
Kindergarten is all day at Lyman, which provides for a maximum learning environment. Also, student artwork can be found all over the school. Thanks to all of the staff and students at Lyman Elementary School, and best of luck as you finish out the school year.
Thanks, Rebecca. We have so many great schools in our district. This spring, with the retirement of Dr. Kent Hearn, Mr. Mike Mathis will be taking over the role of superintendent. Here are his plans for the upcoming year.
Good evening. My name is Mike Mathis, and I will be taking over as your superintendent next year. My son Jeff is a Seaman graduate, and my wife Kathy and I live in the district. I was an assistant principal at Seaman for 2 years and principal at Logan for 5 years before moving to the central office. I'd like to take a few minutes to discuss some of my views and priorities for the future of the district. This is an outstanding school district and community, and we do not need to come in and make a bunch of massive changes. However, it is my philosophy that if you are standing still, you are falling behind. I believe we must continually be looking for ways to improve, and my top priority will always be improving student achievement. In the classroom, on the playing field, on stage, or in the community, we must always expect no less than everyone's best effort. I believe the best way to ensure school improvement is through thoughtful evaluation of programs and continuous staff development. The single most important thing we can do for our children is to provide a highly qualified, caring teacher in every classroom, and we are doing that. 93% of our third graders are reading at or above grade level. When you break that down into real people, that means we have 24 third graders who are not reading at the level they should. That is 3 third graders per elementary building. When you look at it with real numbers and not percentages, you can see that this is a problem we can solve. We can identify those students and provide them with the help they need. Every one of our buildings is fully accredited with the state. They each have a school improvement plan in place, and student achievement on the state assessments continues to improve and be above state averages in every area. This year we had 3 of our elementary schools reach the state standard of excellence, and that is a very difficult level to achieve. Our 2 Title I elementary schools both achieved what is called adequate yearly progress by showing improvement in all areas. We will always strive to keep class sizes as small as we can afford. The secondary school's staff development plan was named as the state's outstanding staff development program by the Kansas Staff Development Council. Dr. Orozco has been named as the KASSP Area 1 Principal of the Year. As you can see, this is an outstanding school system in an outstanding community. As you have all heard, this is a trying time for school finance. Luckily, we are experiencing some growth, so we will not get hurt quite as badly as some other districts. We should be able to retain the status quo for next year. However, we will not be able to make improvements or add additional programs to help our underachieving students or challenge our overachieving students. We certainly won't be able to give staff the raises they so much deserve. We, of course, need your help in contacting legislators to let them know that education should always be the state's top funding priority. I give you my word that I will do everything I can to hold costs down without jeopardizing the quality of education we provide. Along with this expected growth will come growing pains. One of my goals is to provide all-day kindergarten at each of our elementary schools. This will mean adding classroom space and teachers. If we continue to grow at the pace we are currently seeing, we are going to need to look at some type of expansion in the near future. We are expecting our largest kindergarten class in some time next year, and we need more space. This would be a perfect time to start talking about our configuration. Some options could be having K through 5 buildings, moving the 6th graders to the middle schools, and building a 9th grade center near the high school. This could accomplish several goals. We would have room to add all-day kindergarten in our existing buildings, and it would allow us to give our 9th graders a better transition period to high school without actually being in the high school building. Several area schools have started what are called 9th grade academies that focus on helping freshmen become acclimated to the rigors of high school without actually having to associate with the upperclassmen. This would also help involve the 9th graders with some of the activities we currently have them participating in at the high school. It would also mean we would only have to build at one site rather than adding on to all of our buildings to house kindergarten. Of course, there would be lots of details to work out, but now is a good time to start the conversation in the community to see what your ideas and concerns are. Another topic of conversation should be whether we want to continue operating 8 elementary schools in the district. We all know that we could operate a bit more efficiently if we were to close a couple elementary schools. However, we must realize that by closing a school, we will need to add on to other schools to accommodate the students from the closed school. We must decide if we as a community are willing to pay for the extra costs of having 8 neighborhood schools, or do we want 4, 5, or 6 larger elementary schools? We need to remember that if we choose to have fewer but larger schools, there will be building costs that will offset any dollar savings for several years. Again, this is a conversation that needs to be held. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying we need to do any of this. We simply need to start talking about it and together decide what is best for our community. We also want to add an ROTC program at the high school. We've been approved by the Navy for a program, but we need to be able to provide classroom space, and we've run out of rooms. One solution may be to move some mobile units onto the high school grounds. And we'll need to continue to look for ways to provide alternative education to those students who simply are not being successful in the regular school setting. I believe deeply in getting the entire community involved in the school system. I will be asking for your input on these items and more through surveys, attending site council meetings at every school, and encouraging you to simply give me a call to let me know your feelings. A school system with parent and community involvement is a school system that will work. Become involved with your children's education by volunteering, attending PTO or site council meetings, Board of Education meetings, or attending your child's school activities. Simply checking on their homework daily will show your student that you believe school is important. When you have a problem at school, start where the problem occurred and try to get it resolved. If you still need help, talk to the principal. In most cases, problems can be resolved without ever having to get to the central office. I envision a school that works in collaboration with the community to provide after-school programs for latchkey children, family support centers with adult education opportunities, services for at-risk families, including help with medical care, insurance, housing, and employment, and a strong community service program. I am so excited to see the power of working together with the community for the common good. I'm looking forward to many years of leading our school district and can't wait to meet and get involved with as many of you as possible. I'll see you around the district, and please, let me know if I can help. Thank you.
Thanks, Mr. Mathis. Only one day until prom. Part of the excitement is the wonderful afterglow put on by our creative parents. Let's go to Catherine Marney for a look at this one-of-a-kind event.
As you pull into the parking lot, you'll notice the doors at Seaman High School will be open at 12 o'clock midnight for the Seaman High School Afterglow. These enchanting doors will close at 1 o'clock and no one else will be admitted. Afterglow will cease at 4 o'clock a.m. You can buy your tickets for $5 a piece. These can be purchased at all lunches on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. The first 450 junior and senior students will receive a free t-shirt. The theme this year is New York Night, so dress like your best in your favorite Gucci or Versace clothing, or just wear shorts and a top. At 3 a.m., you'll go into the auditorium for an assembly. An assembly at 3 o'clock a.m., how boring, right? No, not boring, especially when your name could be drawn to win a prize such as TV, VCRs, mini refrigerators, coolers, radios, cash, and last but not least, the $500 prize that will be given away. Don't leave because you have to be present to win. The rules for the afterglow party are as follows. Student arrival time will be from 12 o'clock midnight to 1 o'clock a.m. Student departure time will be at 4 o'clock a.m. Attendance eligibility is for junior and senior students at Seaman High School and their dates. No one will be admitted late after 1 o'clock a.m. without approval from the Special Situation Committee. The Special Situation Committee, composed of Bonnie Payne, Colin Cathy, and Carolyn Orozco, reserves the right to verify the validity of any special situation requests with parents. The committee will be available during the party to handle any situation that may arise. Afterglow tickets will go on sale April 22nd for $5 each and will be sold Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at all lunches at Seaman High School. VOTEC students may purchase tickets on Wednesday mornings before school. The first 450 Seaman seniors and juniors to purchase a ticket will receive a free Afterglow t-shirt. The grand prize drawing of $500 will be at 3 o'clock a.m. for Seaman juniors and seniors only. The student must be present to win. Any student or date leaving before 4 o'clock a.m. will be required to sign out. If parents wish to be notified that their student has left the party, please contact Seaman High School Afterglow in writing by Friday, May 3rd, 2002. Any evidence of alcohol, drugs, or unbecoming behavior will be grounds for removal. Parents, guardians will be called. These rules will be posted at several locations. If you'd like a copy of the rules, have a special situation, or any questions, please contact Bonnie Payne or Carolyn Orozco. No tickets will be sold at the door, and they're $5 a piece. Don't miss out on this fun and safe event.
Thanks, Catherine. I can't wait. Friends and family, be sure to come and view the beautiful decorations of Afterglow at 8 o'clock Saturday night here at Seaman. With the many changes around our district, we have some here at Seaman High School as well. With Dr. Roscoe receiving the assistant superintendent position, our vice principal, Ron Vandeska, will become our new head principal. Here is a preview of what's to come next year.
Earlier this year, Dr. Orozco announced that she was going to step down from the principal position and take a new position at the central office as the assistant superintendent of District 345. And as a result of this announcement, many prospective applicants were interviewed, such as our own Mr. Ron Vandeska. Mr. Vandeska was then chosen as the new principal for next year for Seaman High School.
I'm really excited about the opportunity to be principal at Seaman. The school has only had 6 principals in its history, and it's really an honor to be among some very excellent leaders. I'm very thankful for the confidence that the committee has placed in me and the confidence that the board has placed in me, and I hope that I can live up to those expectations.
I'm very excited that he's going to be the new principal. He's a very good man, and I think he'll be a good principal.
Mr. Vandeska will be a good principal because he cares about the students and the staff, and he's willing to put the time forth that it needs to be principal.
I've known Mr. Vandeska for about 20 years, and he's always been a good teacher and I think a good principal and a good administrator. And I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what's going to happen with the new administration here and what Mr. Vandeska is going to bring to make our school a better place.
Just give a description.
Well, I think any changes that we have will be pretty minor for the first year. We are in the middle of a school improvement process called QPA, and the things that we've already started in the last 2 years need to be continued and carried out. The main thing that I want to see is the completion of some projects that we've already begun, such as our directed studies program, perhaps expanding some of our computerized classes to the special ed department or other areas, or perhaps even into the middle schools. I think our top priority is to complete what we've done, or what we've started anyway, and hope to see some of those projects carried through, and then take a look at what we need to do to improve in the future.
Well, good luck to Mr. Vandeska, the staff, and to those students who will be attending Seaman High School next year.
Best of luck to Dr. Roscoe and Mr. Vandeska in their new positions. Miss Billings and her class at West Indianola have recently done a research project on the games people play. Here are some of the things they found out in their research.
Lights, camera, action.
Ryan, why don't you help?
total amount of students surveyed was 617.
Okay, so we're going to create a bar chart. Select your data by clicking on cell A2 and dragging cursor with your mouse to cell. Okay? Next step.
Check label data checkbox.
The number one favorites for the 6 questions for East Indianola were soccer, bombardment, Monopoly, or war, basketball, Sonic, and football.
www.usd345.net.
Oh.
Where there's a survey.
And this is the website right here.
Yeah, that.
And moms and dads will be able to access that website, and what will they be doing? What will they be voting?
There will be a survey on it, the same survey as we're going to other schools.
As to as far as what they'd like to see the kids play the best, or as far as what they like the best?
They like the best when they were in
When they were in school. Oh, okay.
But they had to be in the Seaman district.
If they were.
And then we're gonna. What we're gonna say?
No, you go ahead. I like the way you're explaining it.
Take the history of what they like to do now and what they like to do then.
The number one favorites for the 6 questions for Elmont were football, basketball, life, and Mario.
Like, people give these to certain students,
Okay.
they can answer. I just wanted to cheese all the way. Oh, these ones are it, or these ones?
The number one favorites for the 6 questions for Lyman were basketball, chess, Frogger, and Monopoly. The number one favorites for the 6 questions for Indian Greek were soccer, Hangman, Monopoly, basketball, and Zada, or NFL Blitz 2000.
I'll use Zada. This is the same thing, except this is question 2.
Okay.
And you'll notice differing in how it works.
What do you mean?
Like, it might go like that, or it might go like that.
That one kind of goes, they're kind of close together, aren't they? There wasn't a lot of difference in their choice.
So that everybody can see it, and then if they went to the same school in the same district, they can take our survey.
Okay.
For adults.
Okay. All right. I've already done this week, so I'll have to wait till next week. Is that okay?
That's okay.
All right. We'll take care of that.
Whenever it's fine.
Okay.
And you can fill this out right now and send it back with us, or you can fill it out later and send it back in school mail.
Okay. Great. Thank you for sharing. Did you enjoy the project?
Yeah.
Good.
I really did.
All right.
The number one favorites for the 6 questions for North Ferry were basketball, Monopoly, or Uno, and bugged them.
Of all the questions, 1 to 6, all the games, of the top 5.
You decide that kids like being outside more than inside? That
We
they...
just wrote down what kids would like to do, like they were inside, outside, like at home and stuff.
Okay.
And these are all.
Okay.
And here's a poster for people like in the Seaman district, like adults could go on the internet and survey for it, maybe make a difference.
The number one favorites for the 6 questions for Pleasant Hill were soccer, Twister, Monopoly, and bugged them.
What was the survey?
Yeah, it's this students performing.
Rubrics?
Yeah.
So this is what you show, or they showed each student, did that?
No, this
Oh,
is
this is what
this
I
is
did?
this is what you sign after I get. This is what you put like how good I was.
Oh, okay.
At
So
healing.
this is how I rate you, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that.
After
you
I get done showing
good.
you.
Well, let me look at. Let's look at what we have to do.
All right. Here's the top 5 list of our results of Pleasant Hill School. This is all those results we got.
Oh, so this is just Pleasant Hill, huh?
Yeah, it's all Pleasant Hill.
So what was the favorite game?
Favorite game on here was soccer. 51 people.
Foursquare. Favorite indoor game.
And we put them like in order so we can like keep track of them.
Favorite board game. Favorite sport. Soccer's pretty close.
And this is our total. This is our total response right here.
That's pretty good, huh?
Yep.
Let's see.
The number 1 favorites for the 6 questions for Rochester were football, dodgeball, Monopoly, and solitaire.
The number 1 favorites for the 6 questions for West Indianola were football, Mancala, Monopoly, basketball, and Sims.
Soccer and football tied for the favorite outdoor games for Seaman 4th through 6th grades. These are team sports that involve running on a field. Basketball was the favorite indoor game. 5 other indoor games tied for second. Once again, a team sport was on top.
Monopoly was the favorite board game for half the people. 4 games made up the other half. We think Monopoly is popular because there are many varieties and it's advertised through the game played at McDonald's. Also, many people can play it at one time.
Outside of school, basketball is the favorite sport to play. Almost 2/3 of the students voted for the sport. Football was the second, with soccer in 3rd place.
Boating was the favorite with 1/4 of the votes. We think it was tops because most schools have this computer program. Most of the students would have played this game. The 6 other programs tied for second.
Monopoly was the overwhelming favorite for family games. People have played Monopoly for many years and are familiar with it. Most families own a version of the game.
The total number of adults surveyed was 104.
Football has been popular for generations. Each age group had this team sport in the top 5 answers.
Soccer wasn't as popular in the United States back when the 21 through 40 or 41 through 60 age groups were growing up.
Basketball was not an outdoor sport for the past generations.
Team sports are more organized for younger ages now than when the 21 through 40 and 41 through 60 groups are in school.
Basketball was the number 1 favorite for the Seaman Elementary students and the 21 to 40 years old.
Dodgeball and bombardment were 2 other games that were in each group's top 5 picks.
The 21 through 40 and 41 through 60 groups shared Thumbs Up, 7-Up as a top 5 pick.
The 41 through 60 group were the only group to pick Jacks in their top 5.
Twisto and Moncala were games at the Seaman Elementary top 5 that were not available at the time the other 2 groups went to school.
Monopoly was the favorite for all age groups by a large margin. We think this is because it's a game that has been around a long time.
Uno was also in the top 5 choices for each group with around 10% of the votes.
Life was in the 21 through 40 and Seaman Elementary students' top 5.
but not the 41 through 60-year-old group. The 41 through 60-year-old group chose many games that were card games. This could be because a deck of cards is cheaper than a board game, and you can play more games with a deck of cards.
Basketball and softball were in the top 2 choices for all age groups.
Football also made the top 5 list for each group, with around 20% in each group. Soccer was not mentioned on the 21 through 40 or 41 through 60-year-old list because soccer was only recently gained in popularity.
Tennis was on the 41 through 60-year-old list.
Solitaire was listed in all age groups' top 5. It was the top 5 response in the 41 through 60 age group.
Pac-Man was in the 21 through 40 group and the 41 through 60 group. This video game was one of the first computer video games played.
Pinball machines are only on the older list because they were more available to play before computers.
Computers, if they were available, were very expensive and not many people had their own 30 to 50 years ago.
Monopoly was a family favorite in all age groups between 60 to 75% of the responses.
Thanks for sharing your information with us. You all did a great job. Here are some upcoming events you won't want to miss. Well, that's all for us this week. Thanks for watching. Don't forget the rebroadcast of the show at 6 on Sunday evening. Have a great week.